Eighth grade Social Studies MLQ for 825. Part 1, multiple choice. Directions. Read each question carefully and select the best answer. Mark the correct answer on the test document and bubble the answer on your answer document. Read the list below and answer the question. Wet point site. These were sites close to a supply of water. Dry point site. These were sites that avoided the risk of flooding. Defensive site. These were sites that were on high ground and allowed the inhabitants to see enemies from a distance. Shelter. Away from rain and prevailing winds. Trading point. Often settlements developed where natural trading points meet, such as along rivers or natural routeways. Resources. Many settlements developed close to where natural resources could be found. Question 1. All of the above bullets identify what early migrants looked for when deciding where to settle. Louisiana had each of the following characteristics, except trading point, B is resources, C, wet point site, D, defensive site. Next question. The city in the photo above began as a small settlement where two rivers come together. Why was this site most likely chosen for the settlement? A. Soil is believed to be more fertile between two rivers. B. The climate of a region is milder near bodies of water, especially rivers. C. Fish are in greater numbers where rivers come together. D. Traffic is heavier where rivers connect, so trade is more likely to be very good. Read the passage below and then answer the question. Haitians brought the shotgun-style house and the voodoo religion to Louisiana from their native Haiti. The word voodoo is derived from the African word voodoo. Black chefs played an important role in the development of Creole cuisine for which the city is known. Okra, an important ingredient of gumbo, and the word gumbo itself is African. African-American Mardi Gras Indians chanting call responses have been called the most African of all music found in North America. One of their most significant contributions is Zydeco, a distinctly Black Creole music known for its blending of French songs and African Caribbean rhythms. Question 3. Which of the following terms does the above passage describe? A. Colonization. B. Cultural diffusion. C. Specialization. D. Manifest destiny. Question 4. Which quote best supports the answer in number 3? A. African-American Mardi Gras Indians chanting call responses. B. Haitians brought the shotgun-style house and the voodoo religion to Louisiana. C. Okra, an important ingredient of gumbo. D. Zydeco, a distinctly Black Creole music. Read the passage below and then answer the question. Multiculturalism, a word created to honor cultural diversity, has already produced a backlash. Many now claim that diversity promotes division and that the blending of different cultures is better for the U.S. According to some, the old melting pot theory should be revived and a mass culture promoted rather than multicultures. In reality, the U.S. has never had and never will have one culture. To attempt to create a melting pot of one culture would deny the importance of the cultures in the lives of peoples from other parts of the world. People's sense of community must be honored. Number 5, what is the author's point of view? A, the U.S. should be a melting pot where all cultures blend into one. B. Cultural differences between Americans are healthy and should be protected. C. The U.S. needs more cultural diversity than it now has. Or D. The U.S. should continue to welcome all cultures to its shore. Part 2. Constructed response task. Directions. Study the documents below and then answer the question. Background. Escaping the incoming communist regime at the end of the Vietnam War, many Vietnamese fled to America in the mid-1970s, and quite a large number settled in Louisiana. Recent figures put the Louisiana Vietnamese population at 25,000, with the majority living throughout the New Orleans area. Document 1. Largest immigrant groups in Louisiana. Document 2. From Louisiana, a history. Many Vietnamese immigrants to the United States in the 1970s had been fishermen in Vietnam, and so moved to fishing communities on the Louisiana and Texas Gulf Coast. The immigrants found work in low-paying jobs on fishing boats, cleaning fish, and in restaurant kitchens, tolerated because they took jobs that local workers did not want. Document 3. From gulfsource.org. The Gulf of Mexico's ecosystem provides the United States with abundant seafood and valuable energy resources. As the 9th largest water body in the world, the Gulf of Mexico teems with sea life, from shrimp to unexplored deep-water corals living thousands of feet below the surface. Its coastal areas contain half the wetlands in the United States and are home to vital natural resources. The Gulf of Mexico's habitats include coastal wetlands, submerged vegetation, and marine and offshore areas. With over 5 million acres, about half of the U.S. total, the Gulf's coastal wetlands serve as an essential habitat for numerous fish and wildlife species, including migrating waterfowl, seabirds, and commercial fisheries. This environment provides a rich breeding ground in a temperate to tropical climate. Commercial fishing has a long history along the Louisiana Gulf Coast. In 1755, Dupratz wrote of observing shrimp being fished in the lakes south of New Orleans using nets from France. Shrimp were first canned in Louisiana as early as 1867. Shrimping is a way of life and a family tradition in Louisiana extending well back into the 19th century and earlier. Today, Louisiana is second only to Alaska in terms of both tonnage from commercial fishing. 7 of the top 50 seafood landing ports in the U.S. are in South Louisiana. 3 of these ports are in top 6 seafood landing ports nationwide. Nearly 75% of the fish landed in the Gulf of Mexico come through a Louisiana port. Question 6. Constructed response. Discuss the migration of Vietnamese people to Louisiana. Make sure you use evidence from the documents as well as your own knowledge.